let's talk about money, but probably not in the way you're used to. For just a minute, I want you to forget about the spreadsheets, the strict budgets, all of that. Today, we're going to dive into Bari Tessler's incredible work on the art of money, and we're going to explore a completely different way of thinking, one that's all about healing your actual relationship with your finances.
So I've got a question for you, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. When you open a bill or log into your bank account, or even just think about making a big purchase, what's that first immediate gut feeling? Is it excitement, confidence, or is it maybe something a little less comfortable? Because here's the thing, this whole approach is built on the idea that our financial life isn't some separate thing we have to manage. No, it's deeply woven into everything else, our emotional well-being, the sensations in our bodies, and all the personal stories we carry around. The numbers on the page, they're just one tiny piece of a much, much bigger picture.
Okay, so if it's not just about the math, then what is it about? Well, let's get right to the heart of it. We're going to start with what is probably the single biggest roadblock for so many of us, a feeling that is incredibly common, but we almost never, ever talk about it out loud.
You know that feeling I'm talking about? It's that knot that just ties up your stomach when you think about debt, or that flash of guilt that hits you right after you spend some money. Maybe for you, it's just a constant, low-level anxiety that's always humming in the background. Those physical and emotional signals, they are very real, and they're all pointing to the same thing.
It's called money shame. And what is so crucial to understand is that this is not a you problem. It affects pretty much everyone. It really doesn't matter how much or how little money you have. It's this universal feeling that we're somehow not good enough or that we're just doing it all wrong when it comes to our finances.
And you know, this stuff doesn't come from nowhere, right? Most of us were never really taught about money. So of course we feel a little lost. We're told it's rude to talk about it, which just creates all this secrecy and isolation. Then there's the judgment we face from society or even our own families, and this constant message that our self-worth is tied to our net worth. It's basically a perfect recipe for shame. I'm willing to bet a few of these feel familiar.
So just acknowledging the shame, just naming it, that's a huge first step. But here's the really exciting part. There is a clear path out of it. So let's explore the way forward.
This quote from Bari Tessler really just hits the nail on the head. The antidote to shame isn't being perfect. It's just being honest. The healing starts the very moment we stop hiding and we start acknowledging the truth of our own experience.
And this is exactly why that traditional advice to just try harder or be more disciplined so often fails. It just doesn't address the root cause. The real solution here is a therapeutic one. It's about changing our entire relationship with money, not just our habits. And the key to this whole thing is a word you might not have heard, somatic. It's a practice that recognizes that our bodies hold wisdom. So instead of trying to just think our way through financial problems, this approach, which is rooted in somatic psychology, actually teaches us to listen to the physical sensations and emotions that come up and to treat them with gentleness and self-compassion.
Now, this all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? Let's get practical. Let's talk about the first, most fundamental tool that you can start using today. I want you to think of this as your financial first aid kit. Anytime you feel that anxiety or that stress starting to bubble up, whether you're about to click Buy Now online or you're just avoiding your mail, this is your go-to move.
And it is incredibly simple. First, you just pause. Stop what you're doing. That's it. Second, you take a few intentional deep breaths to kind of ground yourself in the present moment. And third, you simply notice, what are you feeling in your body? A tightness in your shoulders, a flutter in your stomach? You don't have to fix it. Your only job is to observe it.
And the power of that simple pause is incredible. It helps manage that immediate spike of anxiety. It brings awareness to all those unconscious habits that are driving your decisions. And by creating that little bit of space, it allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting defensively. Over time, it helps you build a genuinely healthier relationship with your money.
The body check-in is a really powerful start, but you know what? It's also the gateway to a much deeper and more rewarding practice of financial well-being.
The goal here isn't some kind of quick fix. It's a fundamental shift. It's about viewing your financial life not as a problem to be solved, but as an ongoing practice of self-care and self-awareness.
And look at all the places this journey can take you. These are just some of the other practices from the book, like scheduling a regular money date to check in with your finances without stress, or exploring your money story to understand the beliefs you inherited about wealth. It's such a rich and holistic approach that goes so far beyond just budgeting.
Which brings us right back around to this core idea. Healing your relationship with money isn't some destination you just arrive at one day. It's a practice, just like meditation or exercise. It's a commitment to bringing compassion and awareness to this really important part of your life.
So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. If you really listen closely, past the shame and the anxiety, what wisdom is your body, your history, and your relationship with money trying to share with you? Because that's where the real art of it all begins.